In this video, we're going to go through the 5 steps that you need to take to get your Colorado real estate license. There's a lot of information on the internet about how to get your license in Colorado, and in this video, I want to boil it down to 5 easy steps that you can follow so you can get licensed this year and start your real estate career. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris with the Empire Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. If you're looking to build your real estate empire, our channel is for you. Before we get started, I do want to offer you our free How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career Guide. Everything in this video, plus more, is inside that guide, so click the link down below and get your copy. Getting your real estate license comes with many benefits. Back when I was about to get my license, I looked into all the positive things about getting licensed and I got super excited. There are many great reasons why you might want to become a real estate agent. One reason is maybe you're at a job that gives you a cap on your income. I was at a 9-to-5 job about 8 years ago when I decided to get licensed, and I did not like the cap on my income. There was only a certain amount of money I could make, and I was always looking for side businesses and things I can do to earn more money. With real estate, you no longer have that cap on your income, and in this business, many agents earn 6 figures, some even earn 7 figures. So that glass ceiling that's on your income that you feel capped with is no longer there when you get into real estate. Another great benefit is the flexibility of schedule. So as an agent, you're your own boss. This is entrepreneurship. You're self-employed. So you're able to make your own schedule, make your own calendar, and that gives people flexibility that they're looking for, because many people don't want to be trapped into a 9-to-5 job at one time every single day. With real estate, you don't have to worry about that because you're making the schedule. So first, let's go over some of the basic requirements. The first one is you must be 18 years old or older, and you must be able to pass a background check that is going to check for felonies and things that might disqualify you from getting licensed. So if you do have something on your record that you're concerned about, I would highly suggest you reach out to your board of realtors before going through this entire process, and maybe also reach out to DBR and see if they're going to be willing to make an exception and grant you a license once you complete all these steps. So step number 1 is getting your pre-license education classes complete. Now in Colorado, you're required to complete 168 hours of state-approved pre-license education classes. And yes, I know, 168 hours is a lot of time. In fact, some states only require 40 hours. So Colorado does have one of the higher education requirements, but that's okay because you're going to learn a lot in real estate school, and this stuff is going to help you throughout your entire career. In fact, you might even be shocked at the amount of things that you learned while sitting in class. And if you have a busy schedule or you have other commitments like a 9-to-5 job and you think sitting inside a classroom for 168 hours is just going to be too much, then there are other options. And what I would do is I would suggest you check out Colibri Real Estate School. They offer these classes online so you can do them at your own pace, and I highly suggest that you check them out. And if you want to check them out, there is an affiliate link down in the description below with different sales and discounts. So once you complete your 168 hours of state-approved pre-license education, it's time to move on to the next step. And the next step is study, because a lot of people fail this exam. The numbers are not pretty when you look at the statistics on how many people walk into the testing center on test day and walk out with a failing score. So if you want to avoid that, I'm going to give you some basic tips on how to study to increase your odds of passing. The very first one is to time block 2 weeks. You want to give yourself enough time to really double down and learn the information. But you don't want to give yourself so much time that you never go in and take the exam, because that's just analysis paralysis, and so many people do that, and before you know it, you look up, the year has gone by, and you haven't even taken your exam. Now 168 hours is a lot of time to sit in a real estate class, to never take your exam, and to never get licensed. So you want to avoid this by giving ourselves 2 weeks to study and then book the test. But within those 2 weeks, you want to schedule 5 days a week, 2 hours a day to sit down and study. Now, if you go past 2 hours, you might not retain as much information and you might get burned out. Another thing you can do is use flashcards with a study buddy. So if you know someone that's going through this with you, and you know someone that's looking to get licensed as well, or you just have somebody that's curious about real estate that wants to study with you, Buying flashcards can be an excellent option, and they're usually fairly inexpensive. A lot of times flashcards can be had for under $50. I've even seen them for $25 on certain websites. Now, if you don't want to invest any money into flashcards, you can make your own flashcards, but it will take a little bit of time and a little bit of effort. Now, if you can't find a study buddy and you can't find someone to do flashcards with, and you don't want to go through the textbooks like I didn't want to, there are other options. When I was doing my real estate exam and I was studying, I found myself digging through textbooks and it was just becoming exhausting. It wasn't interactive and I was becoming very bored and I wasn't able to put as much time into studying as I wanted to. So I looked for different alternatives and I found Prep Agent. Prep Agent is basically an exam test tool that puts you through test-like simulations. It quizzes you, it tells you what things you're getting wrong, what things you're getting right. It breaks it down into sections so you know exactly what things you need to study on and learn more of before you take your exam. Now, if you want to check out Prep Agent, there is an affiliate link down below to Prep Agent where you can get different information on their programs and see if it's a good fit for you. Now, another thing I would suggest is looking into CompuCrim. CompuCrim is another test simulation tool that is designed to help you pass your real estate exam. Now, CompuCrim will give you an assessment as soon as you log into CompuCrim. A lot of people use this tool to study for their exams, and it has excellent reviews. So if you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link down below as well, where you can get all the information on pricing. Now, both of these tools are not that expensive, but if you don't mind reading through textbooks, you can save the money. But if the textbooks just aren't doing it for you and you want something a little bit more interactive and engaging, these can be excellent platforms to check into. Once the 2 weeks is up and you're ready to take your exam, it's time to schedule. So you're going to check in with the testing center, give them at least 24 hours notice, and on test day, you're going to want to bring 2 forms of identification and a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam. Now, the exam is multiple choice, so you can take your time going through it, and most people end up finishing early. Another thing to know is you'll know if you passed or failed as soon as you finish your exam. So on test day, when you complete your exam, you're going to walk out and they're going to tell you if you passed or failed. In Colorado, the passing score is 75%. So you have to get a 75% score or higher in order to pass your exam. Once you pass the exam, it's time to celebrate. This is a huge accomplishment, it's a big milestone, and it's time to pat yourself on the back and move on to the next step. The next step is getting your background check, your fingerprinting, and once that's all done, you're going to take all the steps you've done so far. So you're going to take your completed education, you're going to take your past real estate exam, and you're going to take your past background check, and what you're going to do is you're going to submit for your license application. This application can take a couple weeks to come back, but in the meantime, you're going to work on step number 5. Step number 5 is finding a sponsoring broker. So as a newly licensed agent, you're required to get a sponsoring broker. Think of the brokerages that you see out there like Keller Williams, Remax, HomeSmart, eXp Realty, Real Brokerage. All of these brokerages are for agents who get licensed that want to hang their license at a brokerage and start their business. So I would highly suggest that you interview with multiple brokerages and ask a couple specific questions. And these questions can be a total game changer because if you didn't know, 87% of agents that get into this business fail within the first year. So to avoid becoming another statistic, you want to ask these 3 basic questions when you're interviewing with brokerages. The first one is, do you offer mentorship and training for new agents? And are you going to have a mentor that's going to work with you one-on-one? This is a big deal because when things come up in transactions, you want to make sure you have someone that's there that you can call that will walk you through things. Otherwise, things are going to get pretty stressful and pretty frustrating. And as a new agent, you definitely don't need that. The next question to ask is there a step-by-step training system that's going to take you through all the ropes of being a new agent and get your business off the ground? This is another important question because without a system in place, you might not know what to do, and if your mentor is not around every single day, you're going to want something to turn to help you launch your business. The last question I would ask is, how is this brokerage going to help you get your business off the ground and market your business? Every brokerage is going to have a different plan and a different training. So depending on how you want to build your business will really depend on which brokerage you choose. Some brokerages will have you contact your friends and family and build that way. Other brokerages will give you leads. Other brokerages will teach you how to market on social media. and do things through video marketing or Instagram marketing. And last but not least, some will teach you how to do prospecting the old school way, make cold calls, and convert sales that way. So depending on how you want to build your business, really depends on which brokerage you should align with. Once you complete all these 5 steps, you will have your license and you're ready to build your business. So if you want to check out other videos on how to get your business off the ground, there's over 400 videos in this channel. Be sure to check those out and drop it in the comment section below if you're getting your license this year. Smash the like button and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, because we come out with it on a weekly basis for entrepreneurs just like you. Have a great week.